357 Sam, Europe through a global lens, and should Turkey be allowed to join the EU? Hello there and welcome to the podcast, hosted by yours truly, Jordan Reed. In the studio today, I have 4 guests who will talk about Turkey and the EU. Please introduce yourself, guys.
Hello, my name is Luc Moreau.
Hello, my name is Antoni Dimov.
Hello, my name is Chigozeri Mwankwo.
Hello everyone, my name is George Bev.
The key topics of today is fact-find knowledge of Turkey, reasons why they should or shouldn't be part of the EU, and a conclusion and overall decision as to why Turkey should be entered or not. Knowledge of Turkey. Turkey has been an applicant to accede to the EU since 1987, and its relationship with the EU has started with the institutional framework formalised with the 1963 Ankara Agreement. This agreement was a 3-step process highlighting reduced tariffs and quotas, donations, and the movement of workers. The ECC created this treaty to see if Turkey was eligible to become a fully pledged EU country. However, negotiations only really took place in 2005. The newly formed EU specified that Turkey needed to improve their relationship with Cyprus and allow them to become members of state and allies, or they will not be able to be part of the EU. Chikasarim, why do you think Turkey should be allowed in the EU?
A good and profitable reason for Turkey to join the EU is that Turkey possesses cheap labor. This will help the EU get efficient labor at a cheaper rate. It will also help with aging populated workforce of the EU.
Oh, Asian workforce. Oh, that's a good example. What else can you think of?
Also, EU allowing Turkey to join would reinforce their principle of cultural diversity, especially as Turkey is an Islamic nation. Turkey having rich cultural heritage would be good for the EU as it will promote art and creative industries in Europe.
Oh, very interesting.
Furthermore, although Turkey's GDP is falling, Romania had a poor GDP, but with the help of EU's investment funds, they had a stable economy. This can be the case for Turkey. It can be mutually beneficial because if Turkey is to provide young and skilled workers to the EU can assist with its investment funds.
Just to add on to your point, Turkey should also be allowed in the EU because it has the second largest army in the NATO organization. This means it will help combat terrorism and also provide resources for personnel in the EU. Okay, George, why do you think Turkey shouldn't be a part of the EU?
It sometimes seems as if neither the EU nor Turkey really wants to deepen their relationship, but neither can find an easy way out. Already in 2017, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said directly that Turkey should not become a member of the EU. In 2018, Emmanuel Macron took the same position. 2 of the main reasons are that Turkish human rights are violated and terrorism charges continue to be widely misused in the 3rd year after the coup attempt.
For those at home, the coup attempt took place in 2015, where a faction within the armed forces attempted to seize control for 7 key places within Ankara and Istanbul. However, armed forces loyal to the state defended them. Why do you think Turkey shouldn't be part of the EU, Antoni?
Our focus here will be on why Turkey should not join the European Union. There are a lot of European and international people, organizations, and governments that support the fact that Turkey should not join the European Union due to several reasons. There are a lot of aspects like political, economical, geographical, historical, and cultural, which provide evidences for why Turkey should not join the European Union. Our priority here will be on the geographical aspect. Turkey is not a European country, and 97% of its territory lives in Asia. The EU does not need shared borders with Syria, Iraq, and Iran because of the refugee crisis which is happening nowadays, and it's quite trending crisis.
Quite right. On BBC News, there was a story about Turkey struggling to control the refugees trying to flee to Greece.
Agreeing to one non-European member would open the doors for candidates from Cape Verde to Kazakhstan, Iraq, Syria, and Iran. And this might endanger Europe because of the refugees.
I agree with that.
Another reason is that Turkey is too big for the EU to absorb. Turkey's population is predicted to be 91 million people by 2050, and they will be the dominant member of the EU.
And finally, Luke, why shouldn't Turkey be allowed to be part of the EU?
One thing we know for sure is that the European Union was created on the basis of peace, and therefore every country in the EU has to be in peace with each other. The problem is, for Turkey, in 1974, Cyprus was invaded by Turkish troops, and approximately one-third of the country is now under Turkish government. Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey, is the only capital in the world recognizing Cyprus as two different countries. First, in the north, the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, and on the south, the Republic of Cyprus, which is owned by Greek Cyprus. At the moment, the Republic of Cyprus and Northern Cyprus are not in good terms, and conflicts are still a current matter. In order for Turkey to join the EU, they'd have to open borders with the Greek side of Cyprus, and, for now, as Turkey still recognizes Northern Cyprus as a different country, they are not intending to have a continuous peace on the island. Cyprus has also rejected an offer by Turkey to discuss sharing gas reserves, labeling it as a thinly disguised attempt to divert attention away from the need to resume peace talks.
Very interesting.
The latest rounds of negotiations aimed at reunifying Cyprus ended in early July without a deal.
Okay, guys, time to wrap up.
The latest European Commission progress report has warned that Turkey is moving away from Europe, and until they meet all the criteria set by the European Union, they wouldn't be able to join.
We looked at both negative and positive reasons as to why Turkey should or shouldn't join the EU. And now, as a group, we will decide which decision is better. I'll start us off. I'd say no, because there's too many economical problems around the country.
I would say no because of the current immigration problems.
No, Turkey should not be allowed to join the EU because Europe doesn't need shared borders with Syria, Iraq, and Iran.
Yes, Turkey should be allowed to join the EU because it is NATO's second largest army. It will be beneficial to fight against terrorism in Europe.
No, I do not think that Turkey should be joining the EU because, first of all, the Turkish president said he was not interested in joining the EU, and one of the good benefits is economically. But the thing is, Turkey has already got trading terms since 2005 with no taxes with the EU, so it wouldn't make much sense for Turkey to join the EU.
Okay, that settles it. Turkey should not be allowed to join the EU at all. I hope you enjoyed our podcast discussion regarding Turkey and whether or not they should have entrance into the EU. From all of us here, thanks for watching.